So my name is Ciaran Stuart. I'm a social worker and a specialist mental health clinician in Hackney CAMHS, and I've just completed the 2015 CBT course. Probably the quality of the teaching across the thing, I think really, particularly for the CBT module, learning all of the CBT models, but also learning learning a lot about how you use your knowledge that you already have from your background, and really kind of make CBT a collaborative practice. I think is probably the quality of the teaching. I think is probably the best aspect of the course. I think because there's so much stuff to cover, it's not necessarily a criticism of the course, but you have a lot to learn. And as a CBT practitioner in the course, you'll get more experience with some cases, and you'll learn those models quite well. But by the end of it, you'll still be learning. I just don't think it's it's practical in a year that you'll learn all those things. You'll learn the general CBT skills, but one really good thing is through the tutor groups, you'll get exposure to other CBT cases that you haven't had a chance to work with. And all of the tutors would be kind of reinforcing that, they don't expect you to consider yourself, kind of really competent across all of the CBT models in the end of a year. It's more about learning kind of for which presentation, which bits of CBT you do in which order, because they'll often look similar. Probably just much more attention to really setting the context from the start, it being very collaborative, really wanting to kind of co-opt young people into the idea that, kind of I'm someone to think with along the lines of their goals. And probably what was most useful in the way of managing how you do that, the nuances of that in the room, was having to kind of get over my worries about being videoed and bringing that every week to a forum of other people and worrying what that will look like, and getting to the point where you can bring videos that aren't just you doing a bit well. You can bring the videos that you think you've maybe not done so well, and feel in a safe environment that actually you're well supported, because I think that's the bit where you really learn to improve your practice. I'd say probably the main thing is try and protect as much time as you can within your working environment, and that's realistically always going to be difficult, but really try and make sure that your supervisor on site and your manager really kind of understand the rationale for what you're doing and how much time it's going to take, and how that'll actually be helping the team or whatever in the long run. I think I was quite lucky to have a really good supervisor and manager who helped me do that. And I think there's a lot of probably the idea that just be as open as possible. It might be a modality that you've chosen to train in that's a bit different from what you've done before, but maybe kind of learn it first, or at least kind of really engage with it first, and then think about kind of how it fits your style of therapy after. I think my experience of the course has been really positive, but I think that's mainly because all of the bits have been there working together. So the teaching I felt was really good, but that was being embedded by regular supervision with someone who'd done the course before, and that was really important. I had IAPT trainings before, so a lot of that just made it much more easy to consolidate my knowledge within a year. So that was definitely helpful.